In business, people often use data and statistics as if they mean the same thing, and that casual habit creates avoidable confusion. Let us first clarify what data is, why statistics are needed, and how samples support decisions when certainty is not available. We will focus on interpretation and meaning, not calculation mechanics. A datum is a numerical value assigned to a specific characteristic of interest, not just any number sitting in a file. Data refers to a collection of multiple data points for that same characteristic, so the values can be interpreted together. In business terms, clarity here prevents teams from mixing unlike measures and then debating conclusions that never had a shared meaning. The first actionable step is to name characteristics of interest precisely before collecting anything. Statistics matters because real decisions happen with incomplete information, and we still have to choose a direction. The aim is not perfect truth, but a clear estimate that is good enough to guide action responsibly. The context example is simple. If height at age 2 has predictive power for adult height, then measuring 2-year-olds becomes meaningful for prediction. In business, the practical insight is to look for characteristics that connect to a decision you actually need to make. Most of the time, businesses gather and collect all the data they can find in today's data-rich world, from AI, from system tools, or even from the web. However, data collected randomly yields nothing but technological debt and mounting confusion. Data collected without a purpose is worse than having no data at all, because it removes the false sense of security in decision-making. The practical lever here is collecting relevant data smartly and efficiently. Before testing ideas or making claims or building models, data needs to be organized based on priority. Tabular and graphical displays allow one to identify how the data on any metric of interest behaves. These displays do not make the decision for you, but they make patterns and gaps visible, so a business conversation can stay grounded. A practical next move is to choose a display that matches your question. Totals, tables, charts, proportions, or group comparisons? When teams define data precisely, they reduce confusion and speed up alignment on what the numbers can support. When they respect the difference between a sample and a population, they make more realistic decisions under uncertainty. When they use descriptive tables or chart displays, they turn raw values into interpretable content that can be discussed and challenged. The correct way to start the decision-making process is to confirm the characteristic, confirm the target population, then choose the simplest display that pertains to the decision question. This becomes the launching pad for modeling, interpretations, testing, and eventually inferring future trajectories.